Hello everyone, welcome to your practice. This is a chill flow, especially for your low back. So this practice comes from a request actually from one of my YouTube subscribers, Leo, who ended up in my yoga class last week in Byron. He walked on in and said, "I practice with you online," and I was like, "Oh my god." And then he said, "I have a request." Actually, he already wrote it to me, and then I met him in person and I was like, well, now I have to do it. So this practice is for your low back, especially for surfers or maybe anyone who does a sport that, whether it's biking, and I'm trying to think of all the sports now where it can affect your low back, or even just sitting at a desk all day, or if you have low back pain from whatever, then this is the practice for you. I don't really need to give the whys. You are here for a reason to give your low back as much love as possible. So I'm going to do that today. So you won't need any props for this practice. Although if you would like 2 blocks, then you can use them. And I am wearing my comfy pants, which is always an indication that we're going to do something chill today. So if you think that, like, wow, this lady really doesn't have many clothes because I wear these pants all the time, it's just because they're my favorite pants, Indigo Luna, and I always give the discount code at the start of each practice when I'm wearing these pants in case you wanted them too. So Kirsten Love is the discount code for any Indigo Luna purchases. So let's come into a tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And if your low back is feeling really tender, then you might just want to stay here in neutral for the spine, or you can start to gently just rock your hips from side to side. Now, it's been raining for the last 2 weeks, so we have the sun now. It has come out with a vengeance. It's really, really, really hot here in Australia, but I still wanted to wear my comfy pants. Now you can start to rock a little bit from side to side, bringing one hip forwards and then the opposite shoulder forwards. You're lengthening through, let's say, the left side of the waist. So left shoulder comes forward, left hip pulls back. And then come back to center, and then switch it, bringing the right shoulder forward, right hip back, and then creasing and shortening the left side of the body. And then back to center. Now we'll take a breath in, let the belly drop, send the sit bones back, pull the heart forwards, look forwards. So keep the tops of the feet down. And then as you exhale, bring the big toes to touch, knees out a little wider, start to bring the bum back towards the heels. And we're going to bring a bit more movement to the spine and just do that a couple rounds. So inhale, press into the shins, shift the shoulders forwards, and as you do, send the tailbone back, pull the heart through. So you can keep the knees wide and feet together. Exhale, chin to chest, press the floor away round the spine and bring the bum back towards the heels. 3 more like that. So big inhale, shifting the shoulders forwards, tailbone back, heart pulls through. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine, bum back towards the heels, and keep the arms nice and long. Big inhale, shifting forwards. Belly drops, heart forwards, bum back. Exhale, round, curl in. And obviously if you have low back pain right now, then you might just do a little bit less of a degree of a curve in the spine, so a little less of a back bend. And then one more big breath in. Chin to chest, round the spine, curl in, long breath out. Now stay here in your child's pose, let your bum get a little heavier towards your heels. If your bum is a little higher because your hips are quite tight, then that's okay. Walk the hands forwards. Think about sending your sit bones back towards your heels, so don't worry if they don't actually touch. And then walk the hands over towards the right. Let the head be heavy. So again, just like we did in our tabletop position, we're creasing the right side body. So the right side body is contracting and we're lengthening through the left. And take a big breath in into the low back ribs. Slow breath out. And one more, inhale. Long exhale. And we'll switch sides, walking the hands over towards the left. Creasing slightly through the left side body, now lengthening through the right. So the right sit bone will move back. Head heavy. Big inhale in. Long breath out. And once more like that. Smooth inhale, low back ribs. Full exhale. And then walk the hands, bring them back to center, press down into the shins, come forwards. If you can feel your knees, you might want to pause and grab a blanket and bring the blanket underneath the knees. We're going to bring the knees a little closer in so they're right underneath the hips. Press down into the left hand and we'll thread the needles. So we send the right arm up, take an inhale. And then thread the right arm through so the right shoulder comes down, right ear down. So getting a little bit more mobility in the upper back, and then work on moving that right hip back. So notice how you kind of want to move with the hips over towards the left side. Pull the left hip back and the right hip back. And you can just keep the left hand where it is. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Smooth inhale. Long exhale. And press down into the left hand, gently releasing the right arm. Ground the right hand down. We'll switch sides and the left arm up, breathe in. Threading left arm through so the shoulder comes down, ear down. And then again, we're moving the right hip back and the left hip back. So finding more of the twist from the upper back. Big inhale in. Long breath out. One more smooth inhale. And pressing down into the right hand, gently release the left arm as you exhale. And then from here, if you have your two blocks, you can bring your hands on your two blocks. We'll step the right foot outside of the right hand. Come up onto the fingertips, take an inhale. Bend the elbows and fold in on the exhale. And just once more like that, breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. And then back up, inhale, tuck the left toes under, pick the left knee off. We'll step the left foot outside of the left hand. We'll bring the heels in, toes out, and take Malasana squat. So you might move your blocks forwards or you might just move them out the way. If the pelvis drops down, knees go wide. This may feel nicer with your hips a little higher and you just rock from side to side. Or you can as well bring the feet towards one another. Come up onto the balls of the feet, bring the bum down towards the heels, and then start to walk the hands forwards. So you choose with your Malasana, you can either stay in the squat or you can fold in like this. We're thinking about the heels moving down if the feet are together, knees going wide, heart still moving forwards as you take a breath in, or if you're in the squat, heart lifting up. And then maybe chin to chest and fold in on the breath out. Big inhale. Long exhale. And walking the hands back in or walking the blocks in. Press down into the feet. We're going to straighten out through the legs just for a moment. Heel toe the feet wide once again if the feet were together. Bring the hands to shins. Take a halfway lift. Breathe in. Knees as soft as you need. Fold in. Breath out. Once more like that. Hands to shins. Inhale. Fold in. Exhale. And then halfway lift, if you had your two blocks, you can use them again. We're going to now step the right foot back and drop the right knee down. So you're in your lunge now on the left side. Up onto the fingertips or hands to blocks. Take a big breath in. Fold in, breath out. Back up, inhale. Fold in, exhale. Back up, breathe in. Plant the palms down, heel, toe, the left foot wide. Gently step the left foot back. And we'll bring the knees together, bum over towards the heels and then over to one side as you send the legs forwards. We'll hug the right knee in towards the chest. Extend the left leg long. Now, if you feel like your pelvis is really tilting you back, you may take your mat and roll it up for a little bit more height. Now from here, right fingertips behind. Either left hand stays onto the right shin, or you can take the elbow outside of the knee. Take a breath in, lift the chest, lengthen. And then turn the rib cage on the exhale. So using the resistance of the left hand to either the shin or the outside of the knee. Smooth inhale in. Long breath out. One more in breath. Full out breath. And then bringing the head back to center, bringing the spine back to center on the in-breath. Releasing the left hand and switch sides. So drawing the left knee in. So again, left fingertips behind. Either you stay right hand to the shin and keep that right leg long, or take the elbow, bring it outside of the knee. Press down into the left foot, lengthen through the spine, take an inhale. Twist as you exhale. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more in breath. Full out breath. Back to center, look forwards on the inhale. Release the arms, release the left leg, and just come off your mat if you've rolled it up. Releasing the mat and come down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest and just do little rocks from side to side. It might feel nice to bring the knees a little bit more forwards and rock right onto the top of the glutes. Or you might want to press the sacrum down and then rock from side to side, more in the low back. So either you can continue this or we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Either you stay here, right hand onto the knee, or you can thread the right arm through, interlacing the fingers around the hamstring or the shin. If you have a strap, you can use it. So finding length here for the spine. So the tailbone is moving towards, let's say, the front of the mat. Crown of the head is moving towards the back. And so often when we feel low back pain, it can be that our glutes, our butt is pretty tight. And I feel that definitely for me. So keeping the right foot fairly active and using a subtle resistance as you press the ankle into the thigh and track the right knee more forwards. Big inhale in. Slow breath out. And then releasing the right leg, switch sides, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, interlacing the fingers around the hamstring or the shin, pressing the left knee forwards, keeping the left foot fairly active. And really roll the shoulder heads back. So notice if you're kind of curling and your head is coming off the mat, then you might need a strap or a towel so you can have that space that the shoulders can come down and the heart can stay open in the pose. And one more big breath in. Slow breath out. And gently release the shape. Now I'm having an actual miracle experience over here. I have not been bitten by one mosquito yet. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where they are. I'm just going to keep it as that. I'm not going to say anything because maybe little mosquito queen or king is going to come, oh, let's go and attack her now. All right, feet come down, hips over to one side. And then let's send the knees over towards the right to start with. Let's take a twist. So it's not a long practice, just for when you don't have much time and you need those poses that really just allow the back to release. So in the twist, take a big breath in into the heart. Let the left shoulder get heavy on the exhale. Maybe even turn the head towards the left so you get the twist all the way up the spine. And bring the knees back to center, inhale. Feet ground, hips move over to the right, knees to the left, right shoulder head grounds. Big breath in. And long breath out. And staying here for 3 deep breaths. And one more breath in. Slow breath out. And bringing the knees back to center. And if you can feel that the low back's really tender, heel toe the feet wide, let the knees knock in. And this might be your Shavasana, or you might want to bring a pillow underneath the knees, or no pillow as you extend the legs long. Just really allowing the whole back body to ground and the belly to really receive the breath. And as you feel the inhale expand the belly, feel yourself breathing into the low back as well. And allow yourself to get even heavier on the exhale. And you can stay here for as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.